Hello, my dear friends, and welcome back to Golden Grace, where style meets confidence, and age is celebrated, not hidden. Here we believe that life after 60 isn't about fading into the background, it's about stepping forward with elegance, comfort, and joy. Every week, we sit together like old friends, sharing simple but powerful fashion tips that help us look as vibrant as we feel inside. Now, let me ask you something personal. Have you ever stood in front of the mirror, handbag in hand, and quietly wondered, does this still look good on me? Maybe it's a bag you cherished 10 years ago, maybe it was trendy when you bought it, or maybe it carries memories you can't quite let go of. I understand. At our age, handbags aren't just fashion pieces, they're companions. They've held tissues for teary moments, lipstick for a quick touch-up, and even little snacks for our grandchildren. But here's the truth. Some bags stop serving us well and start weighing down our elegance. Today, we'll uncover the 7 handbags every woman over 60 should retire, and what to carry instead for timeless style. Before we begin, subscribe to Golden Grace and share in the comments which city you're watching from. Item number 1, saying goodbye to the gimmicky handbag. Now let's be honest, my dear. Have you ever opened your closet and spotted one of those playful little handbags shaped like a pineapple, a lipstick tube, or even a cartoon face? Maybe you bought it years ago just for fun, or maybe a granddaughter giggled when you carried it. At the time, it was cute, but after 60, it can feel less like style and more like wearing a costume. We've earned the right to look polished, not like we borrowed from a teenager's dresser. The beautiful alternative is a medium-sized structured crossbody bag. It's practical, graceful, and when it rests neatly at the hip, it gives a lovely vertical line that flatters our posture. Think of it as a gentle lift, without the surgery. Choose leather or suede, add a rich color like burgundy or moss green, and suddenly, you're not chasing trends, you're leading with timeless elegance. Item number 2, retiring the heavy synthetic summer bag. Ah, summer. Sunshine, linen dresses, sandals, and then there's that heavy synthetic bag that feels more like a heating pad on your shoulder than an accessory. I know many of us bought one because it looked shiny in the store window, but the truth is, under the hot sun it becomes sticky, stiff, and far from flattering. At our age, comfort matters just as much as elegance, and no one wants to fuss with a bag that fights against both. Instead, let me suggest the charm of a straw or raffia bag. Light in weight, soft in feel, and perfectly suited to the season, these bags instantly freshen up our look. Pair one with a breezy cotton dress or even simple jeans and a white blouse, and suddenly you look like you've stepped out of a summer postcard. The best part? They carry the same lightness we're looking for in life these days. Easy, natural, and wonderfully free. Item number 3, letting go of the wrong print bag. And speaking of summer charm, let's move on to another little trap I see many of us fall into. You know those handbags covered in kittens, hearts, or even cartoon characters? Maybe at some point they felt playful, maybe even brought a smile to the grandkids' faces. But as we grow older, with our silver hair, our graceful walk, and the wisdom written in our smiles, those bags can start to feel out of place. Instead of highlighting our elegance, they can make our style look less refined. But don't worry, loving prints doesn't mean we need to give them up. The secret is simply choosing the right kind. A classic animal print bag, like a soft leopard pattern in browns and blacks, or a subtle snake print in gray, can look striking and sophisticated. When carried with a simple outfit, maybe a pair of tailored trousers and a cream blouse, it becomes that perfect touch of personality. Because at this stage of life, it's not about being loud, it's about being memorable in the most graceful way. Item number 4, saying farewell to the oversized tote. Now, let's be honest with each other. Have you ever found yourself carrying one of those huge bags that could practically fit a week's worth of groceries, even if you were only going out for coffee? I certainly have. Back when I was juggling work, errands, and caring for family, those oversized totes felt like lifesavers. But now, with shoulders that tire more quickly and a back that reminds us when we've carried too much, those bags feel less like help and more like a burden. The wonderful alternative is the bucket bag. Still roomy enough for everything we truly need, our wallet, glasses, a little makeup pouch, but with a structure that keeps it elegant. The drawstring closure adds a touch of charm, and it never swallows our frame the way an oversized tote does. Whether with jeans and sneakers or a light summer dress, the bucket bag feels practical, yet graceful. Like a trusted companion that finally understands the pace of life we're living today. Item number 5. Letting go of the worn-out old friend. This next one is a little tender, because I know how attached we can become. Maybe you've got a handbag that's been with you for years, carried through family gatherings, church on Sundays, or even your first trip after retirement. It holds memories, yes, but now the strap is peeling, the lining is torn, and the zipper gives you a battle every time. My dear, carrying a bag like that doesn't honor our story, it hides the beauty of who we are today. The answer isn't to give up on sentiment, but to upgrade with love. A well-structured tote bag in leather or quality canvas feels like a fresh chapter. Clean lines, sturdy handles, and compartments that keep things in order. It tells the world we are still organized, polished, and proud of ourselves. And here's the lovely part. One good tote in a neutral shade like black, caramel, or even olive can go with almost everything. It becomes less about holding on to the past and more about stepping confidently into the present. Item number 6. Moving on from the tiny fairy tale purse. Now let's talk about the opposite problem. You know those teeny tiny handbags that look adorable in the shop window, so small they can barely hold a lipstick and a pair of reading glasses? Many of us have been tempted by them. I once carried one to a wedding and ended up giving my husband all my essentials to keep in his pockets. At this stage of life, with our phones, medications, glasses, and maybe even a little snack tucked away, those micro purses simply don't serve us anymore. A beautiful alternative is the baguette bag. Long and sleek, it tucks perfectly under the arm, giving us elegance without sacrificing practicality. It's roomy enough for the things we truly need: phone, wallet, tissues, lipstick, yet still light to carry on shoulders that deserve kindness. In soft leather or suede, in shades like navy, camel, or even deep wine, the baguette whispers sophistication. And the best part? It looks just as graceful with jeans and a blouse as it does with a tailored dress. It's proof that practicality and beauty can walk hand in hand. Item number 7. Stepping away from the overdecorated Christmas tree bag. Now, my dear, let's smile together for a moment. Have you ever seen, or maybe owned, a handbag covered in sequins, rhinestones, tassels, chains, and plastic flowers all at once? It's as if the poor thing couldn't decide what it wanted to be. While they may have felt festive years ago, today they can make our elegant style look busy and overwhelming, instead of graceful and refined. But here's the good news. Texture and personality don't have to disappear. A well-made crochet or woven bag is the perfect answer. Every stitch carries a story of craftsmanship and care, which feels so fitting for us in this season of life. A soft beige crochet bag pairs beautifully with a light summer dress, while a darker woven style adds quiet sophistication to fall outfits. And if you choose one with a pop of color, it's like carrying a little joy on your arm. The beauty is, these bags never scream for attention. They simply whisper charm and authenticity, just like we do. Item number 8. Letting go of the too trendy to last bag. And before we wrap up, there's one more handbag that deserves a gentle farewell. Do you remember those bags that everyone seemed to carry for a season, covered in loud logos, neon colors, or trendy shapes that looked amazing for about 5 minutes? Maybe you picked one up because it was everywhere on the magazines, or your daughter said it was in. But the truth is, those pieces often age faster than we do, and before long, they sit in the closet looking out of place. At our age, we don't need fashion that shouts. We need fashion that stays. That's why a timeless shoulder bag is such a wise choice. With a soft rectangular shape, a comfortable strap, and a design that doesn't chase trends, it carries us through lunches, travel days, and even special evenings. In classic shades like taupe, navy, or black, it feels quietly sophisticated. And most importantly, it reflects what we've learned in life. That true style isn't about following every wave, it's about standing steady like the shore. Closing. So my dear friends, as we've seen today, handbags are more than just something to carry. They reflect the season of life we're in and the confidence we carry with us. Letting go of old or impractical bags isn't about losing memories. It's about making room for styles that honor the women we are today. Wise, graceful, and still ready to shine. Now I'd love to hear from you. Which of these bags are you ready to retire, and which new style caught your eye? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this little journey together, don't forget to subscribe to Golden Grace so we can keep exploring the beauty of style at every age.